You may hear my kids in the background. They are in the living room. But I thought today I could share with you guys some of my pinky coral, orangey coral polishes. I had bunched these up together a while back and somehow I ended up with one that's like definitely not coral and like a red orange polish, but I thought I would still share it with you guys in this video. I hope you guys don't mind. Let me start off with the lightest one of the bunch, which is definitely not coral at all. This looks more creamsicle than anything. This is from Salon Perfect. It's the Neon Pop collection. This is called Orange County Cruisin'. And last year when I wore it, I didn't wear it with an undie. I did 3 thin streaky coats. It was opaque at 3 coats though, but you know, streakiness nonetheless, and it was a bit of a trick to work with. This time around I did try swatching it at 3 coats, but the formula has gotten a little bit thicker and I just felt like it wasn't performing quite as well. So what I did is I added 2 coats of white and then 1 good coat of this one over top, and it performed so much better. The color is really awesome, and I love the name of it because I grew up in Orange County. The next one is from China Glaze. This is a new version of Flip Flop Fantasy. Back when the original version came out, I wasn't into neons at all, but you know, tastes change. So when I picked this one up, it was much later. So this one right here, the swatch that you're gonna see, by the way, some of the swatches are old swatches that I have had on either on my Instagram or I've shared here on my channel before. I did swatch some of these recently though. So this one right here, I did put 2 coats of white and 2 coats of this one. This did require 2 coats over top of the white, and the color is so beautiful. Compared to Orange County Cruisin', you can see this is more pink peach and this is definitely more orange. 3 of the ones that are more pink leaning corals, I think one of them I may have forgotten to swatch because I caught it because I was making wraps for my daughters for lunch and I saw this one tucked in the bread. So I can't remember if I swatched it or not, and quite frankly I can't remember if I've ever worn this polish. But this is Copacabana Girl, more pink, more of a pink leaning coral. This does have a very fine, super fine, kind of fairy dust almost, pearly white shimmer in here. It's really beautiful. And then 2 of the ones that I recently mentioned in my summer nail polish picks, this one in particular is super awesome, from Salon Perfect. Another one from their Neon Pop collection. This is called That's Not Coral. Out of all of the polishes in my summer seasonal rack, I have to say this is the one that I have worn the most this summer because it's so stinking pretty. My bottle is down to here now because this is so beautiful. Every time that I have worn it without an undie. On its own, 3 coats. It does dry matte and I love it that way. I have not top coated this each time that I have worn it because I feel like it looks amazing. I'm sure it would look amazing with a top coat, but I have yet to try it that way because I'm obsessed with the natural finish of this polish, and you can see the subtleness of that pearly white shimmer, and it's really gorgeous. The next one is Love's a Beach, another one that's a pink coral. This one though, different from Let's Not Coral, has a gold micro shimmer, more like that fairy dust, and it's so beautiful. And the shimmer in this definitely shows up a lot better than the shimmer in Let's Not Coral. Really beautiful. This is one that I have worn in its natural state and one that I have worn with a top coat over it, and I feel like it looks beautiful both ways. Another one that I didn't put an undie for, I didn't feel the need for it because it's still pretty vibrant on its own against my skin tone, and it required 3 coats for that one. So let me just compare it because I feel like the pink in this is a little bit deeper than Let's Not Coral. And then let me compare these 3 here because I feel like you can see more of the red in Copacabana here compared to the other 2. It brings up more of the pink of the other 2, but all equally as beautiful, only that I don't know how the formulation is of Copacabana Girl. The last 2 are more red-orange. I mean, this is red-orange for sure, not coral at all, but I have the swatch of it, so I thought I would talk about it. This one I can justify a little bit more though. This is from Salon Perfect. It's part of their Neon Pop collection. In the bottle where the polish has settled down, it looks more red orange, but at the neck of the bottle, I can see the coral in this. This has a jelly base, it has gold glitter, and it dries to a texture finish, but it's not an over gritty texture finish, kind of like the, not like over gritty, but it's not overly gritty like the Soya Pixie Dust. This, the grittiness of this is a little bit more subtle. I feel like you can almost completely smooth it out with 2 coats or 2 layers of the top coat, and it looks really beautiful. This is one that I am wearing today, and I have to say this is not my favorite indoors. This is a polish that is meant to be worn outdoors. Outdoor barbecues, out by the pool, out at the park, on a sunshiny day is when this polish comes alive for me, because it brings out all of the gold glitters in this polish. It looks amazing. It looks more vibrant too. I feel like indoors it dulls it down, like it just totally casts a shadow over this polish. One thing I have to mention that's major for me is that this does take 4 coats. So let me know if you guys have worn this with an undie. Let me know what you guys have put underneath this, because every time that I have worn this, I have worn it on its own and have dealt with the 4 coats. And although it is semi-textured, like a textured polish, it has a jelly base, so it takes a long time for it to dry, at least for me. So that is But First Brunch. Lastly, the red orange, definitely not coral at all. This is Pool Party from China Glaze. Never wore this with an undie. I've worn this I think once before, once or twice, not really very much. This one, every time though that I have worn it, I've worn it on its own 3 coats, and super awesome color. It's beautiful, it's vibrant, and I top coated. I have top coated it the last couple of times that I have worn it. So compared to But First Brunch, this is definitely more orange. The color is not going to come out true to color. I feel like it's coming up more orange on camera than it is in person. But next to But First Brunch, you can see more of the red pink in this and more of the red in this one, or the orange in this one right here. Really, really beautiful. Both really great for summer. I may do a part 2 of this, because this is not all of my red, orange, or coral polishes. I have some more actually. I have done a pink red video, some of my red and pink polishes. I've done some of my purple polishes, and I've also done some of my orange polishes, more neon leaning, but that's not everything that I own, so I think they all definitely deserve a part 2 at some point. Let me know down below what color category you guys would like me to do next. Maybe some mints, maybe some blue, some polishes for summer, definitely before summer ends. I would like to get 1 or 2 more videos out before summer ends, and then move on to some more fall-esque kind of polishes for the fall and the winter kind of time. But let me know down below, the one that gets the most votes I will swatch first, and the one that gets the least votes I will swatch next. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.